Hi, and welcome to English for You. I'm Seb.
And I'm Laura. Hey, you know what? I heard that Google is actually launching something very new. You know how we have Google Maps or like we could find pictures on Google. There's a new thing called Google Smell.
Really?
You can actually Google like pictures of stuff and you can smell the stuff that you're Googling. Yeah.
Right, so if I want to Google, say, a rose.
Yeah.
And then I'll get a picture of a rose and then I can smell the rose.
Yes, it's a new thing. You should really try it.
Wow, I'm going to try this straight after this episode.
You should.
Right,
you should try on your cell phone and see what you can smell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
wow,
you guys
that's
can try that
exciting.
too. Okay. Well, we're on day 2 and we're talking about fake news.
Wait a minute.
Did you actually believe me?
What? No, I definitely did not believe you.
Oh, you seemed very like...
No, that was a lie. Anyway, let's move on to our article and let's talk about more fake news articles and how they fool stupid people who are not me.
Reading.
Spotting lies and fake news on the internet. Consider the source. Click away from the story to investigate the site, its mission, and its contact information. Read beyond. Headlines can be exaggerated in an effort to get clicks. What's the whole story? Check the author. Do a quick search on the author. Are they reliable? Are they real? Supporting sources? Click on those links. Determine if the information given actually supports the story. Check the date. Reposting old news stories doesn't mean they're relevant to current events. Is it a joke? If it is too exaggerated, it might be satire. Check the site and author to be sure. Check your biases. Consider if your own beliefs could affect your judgment. Ask the experts. Ask a librarian or check a fact-checking site. Now, let's take a look at some news headlines. Rare African plant improves memory. A strange plant called Hadia can do miracles for memory. 80% of college students who eat the seeds of this plant get 100% on their tests. Tsai Ing-wen asks Donald Trump to let Taiwan be a U.S. state. The president of Taiwan says the best protection from China is to join the U.S. as the 51st state. President Trump is taking the idea seriously. Jeremy Lin quits basketball to teach high school. The sports star says he's tired of changing basketball teams. He has been secretly studying for a teaching license and just got it. He says, "Teaching has always been my real passion. I'm happy I reached my goal."
Right, so our article is starting with some useful advice. Some things that you need to think about when you are not sure if something is real news or fake news. So our article begins, consider the source. Click away from the story to investigate the site, its mission, and its contact information. Okay, so we saw the word consider there. Now, consider is a verb, and when we consider something, we think about it. The article is telling us to think about where the information we are reading has come from. However, we could also use the verb consider if I'm, for example, thinking about whether to study abroad or go to college in Taiwan. Then I am considering my education, or I'm thinking about my education. So, how can we consider things? Well, we can think about them or consider them carefully. That's think very hard about something from all points of view. Or we could consider something seriously if we are thinking really hard about it, like our example sentence. Ruth seriously considered quitting her job after she got in a huge argument with her boss.
Oh, that's no good, Ruth. Why are you using Ruth like, in a lot of bad examples?
Ruth is having
really
a difficult time.
Okay, consider 我们来看一下有考虑或是想过，它是一个动词。比方像是 You've got to consider the time element when planning a big project. 你在规划一个大型的计划的时候，必须要考虑到这个时间因素 ，OK？ 所以呢，一开始课文就教我们的第一个小撇步，要分辨真假新闻，就是讯息的源头 source 要清楚，所以你可以判断来源的可信度。所以你确认新闻的来源，可以确认所有的新闻都是由可以信赖的新闻机构或者是某一个记者撰写，是不是你信赖的 ？You can go and check that.
And you should think about that before you click on the link.
Right.
And click is a verb. And when we click something on a computer screen, we move the computer mouse over it, and that's a different kind of click. And press down on the mouse. So we're moving the mouse and pressing. Click. Normally, we click links, that's 连接, when we want to open things on the internet.
Right.
So if you are on CNA's website and you see an interesting article about 蔡英文, then you can click on that article's link to open it up and read the whole article. Now, we have an example sentence of click, and it is Mary clicked on the link thinking it was a serious news article, but it turned out to be an ad.
Oh, that happens to me
It
sometimes.
does happen sometimes.
Okay, click 其实这个是来自于声音。我们有没有在点滑鼠的时候、click 有没有就听到那个咔咔的声音？所以 click 当做动词就是用滑鼠点选。如果它当做名词呢，其实呢就是点滑鼠。不过呢，接下来我们课文其实也会提到 click 这个字是用来指网站的点击率哦。那我们可以怎么样？有时候看到一个 icon， 一个符号，一个指标，我们就可以 click the icon。Okay, so for example, to open the program, point at the icon and click the left mouse button.
Or double click.
Yeah, or
click
here to check the spelling in the document. 好喽，那接下来我们再来看还有怎么样可以让我们预防被这个假新闻被骗。Okay, the article says, read beyond. Headlines can be exaggerated in an effort to get clicks. What's the whole story?
Well, we're about to find out. But first, we're going to check the word headline. So, headline is a noun, and if you like writing or journalism, then you'll need to know this word. A headline is the title of a news article or website. When you read newspapers, you'll see that on the front page there is some bold, big text with the title of the most important story of that day in bold writing. That right there is a headline. Think about your body. Your head is at the top, it's the most important thing, and just like that, the most important title is the headline. It's the head of the body. Now, as previously mentioned, headlines are also found online. Normally, they also act as links, and if you click on one, then it will take you to a website with all the information about that story, as we just discussed. When you do, you'll find that underneath the headline is lots of smaller text with all the details of the news story on it. And that right there is called the body. So remember what I said about the human body? We have a head and we have a body, and in text, in writing, we also have a headline and a body. So our example sentence for headline is, an important skill of any journalist is to write exciting headlines that capture readers' attentions.
OK， 通常我们很容易被什么东西骗进去看新闻，就是 headline，OK， 就是报纸报道的标题 ，OK， 大字标题，它是一个名词。所以接下来他就告诉我们啦，要怎么样分辨真假新闻，就是也不要只是看标题，因为可能文不对题，或者是你要看完内文再想说，它是不是真的，然后再转发给别人。OK， 因为可能标题是夸大，为了要赢得点击率，就是刚刚我们提到的 click， 而有误导性。那我们对标题要保持怀疑的态度，如果标题有夸张的成分， 可能它就是假新闻哦。一直在讲到这个夸张的、夸大的，我们可以用 exaggerated 这个形容词来表示。而刚刚片语 in an effort to do something 就是企图什么什么，或是为了什么什么的意思。
And also we could see the word, the phrase, take something out of context. They do that as well. That's when someone says something really long. They might say in the middle, I don't know, for example, I don't like Spain. But in the middle of a very long sentence where they were talking about the reasons why they don't like Spain in a particular way with some reasons behind it. But I could take that, I don't like Spain, out of the sentence. And I could say, he hates Spain. And, draw an article out of that. So technically, that wasn't a lie. But it is fake news. It's making you think something that wasn't the point of the whole conversation in the first place. Anyway, let's go back to the article. And our next piece of advice is check the author. Do a quick search on the author. Are they reliable? Are they real? Right? Because you could just make up a name on the internet and say that you're someone else.
真的耶，所以要检查作者使用的资料来源是否就是准确真实。那缺乏证据，或者是来自不具名的人士的讯息，就表示这可能是一则假新闻。所以一定要先搜看看，要 Google it 来这个作者他是否是真的人，是否可信度高，他写的内容值得信任吗？Okay, next tip. Supporting sources. Click on those links. Determine if the information given actually supports the story. Good idea. Support 常常意思是表示支持，可是课文的 supporting 现在分词当作形容词用，表示协助证实的。OK， 所以可以去看看，没有协助证实的连结，有没有这个协助证实的连结？然后点进去看这些连结，跟故事里面的内容是否相符哦。另外，我来小补充一下，如果你在可以寻找相关的新闻，因为一个新闻往往可能会很多相关报道，所以如果它是真的，就可以查到很多类似的报道，而且是来自可信任的机构的报道，这样这个新闻才可能是真的。Yeah.
And we have another piece of advice as well. Check the date.
Right.
Reposting old news stories doesn't mean they're relevant to current events.
That happens a lot.
That is true. They do that sometimes.
就是要检查日期，要留意报道日期是否是旧闻新推，而且假新闻可能也没有包括任何意义的时间讯息。或者相关事件的日期已经被更改，很可怕吧？那字首 re 放在名词、动词或形容词之前，就是再怎么样又怎么样，所以 repost OK 就是重复转贴。而刚刚有提到另外一个字，就是 relevant， 就是有关的、重要的，它是一个形容词。
Right, and we also saw the word current, which is an adjective, and when something is current, it is happening now. So current events, for example, are the things that are happening in the news right now. However, if I talk about my current job, my current apartment, or my current boyfriend, then I'm talking about the job, apartment, or boyfriend that I have right now. Now, when something isn't happening right now, though, we don't call it current. We call it previous or past. So a previous leader of Taiwan, for example, is Ma Ying-jeou, because he's not the president of Taiwan anymore. He's not the current president. The current president is...
蔡英文.
Yes. Or at least at the time we're making this article. So our example sentence for current is, Rita used to live in Yonghe district, but her current address is in Banqiao.
Current 这个形容词就是现行的、现在的、当前的。比方像是 the magazine's current issue，OK， 它最新这一期的杂志，或者是女生最喜欢看 current trends、current fashions， 现在在流行什么？什么是最流行的趋势？Okay, or in a sentence, I could have a sentence like this. The dictionary's current edition has 10,000 new words. That's a lot of words. Okay, next we read in the article, is it a joke? If it is too exaggerated, it might be satire. Check the site and author to be sure. OK， 所以这就是要讲说，这个要判断新闻，是否是个笑话哦，要仔细检验新闻细节还有文风，看看，这是否是为了开玩笑而写的哦。我们刚刚提到的 satire，OK， 这个名词通常是指戏剧啦，或是书，还有电影等等的讽刺的作品。OK， 所以要检查一下，看是不是哭手搞笑的。
Okay, so a very good bit of advice here.
Right.
Check your biases. So check there quickly doesn't mean to make sure if you have any. It's more like control them. Make sure that you're not letting them affect how you see things. So the article says, check your biases. Consider if your own beliefs could affect your judgment. So if we really like one politician and then we hear something bad about that politician, we might want to be like, oh, that news isn't real, you know, because we have a bias.
Right.
So what was a bias again?
Bias, OK， 在这里是当作名词，就是偏见或是偏袒。所以没错，如果你自己有自己的偏见，你可能有时候看到真的新闻，你自己也可能不想要承认它是真的。Next, OK, next tip. In the article, it says, ask the experts. Very good. Ask a librarian or check a fact-checking site. Fact-checking 是什么呢？就是事实查核。所以 fact-checking 就是形容词，用来表示可以查核事实的网站。所以可以要多问问专家咯。Now let's take a look at some news headlines.
Right. So we have a few fake articles here, and we're going to talk a little bit about why they might be fake. So our first one is, rare African plant improves memory. So get this, a strange plant called hadia can do miracles for memory. 80% of college students who eat the seeds of this plant get 100% on their tests. That sounds amazing. It does sound like a miracle. So miracle is a noun, and a miracle is something good but unexpected, unlikely, or impossible that suddenly happens. Imagine, for example, that a scientist found a way for us to instantly stop global warming. That would be a miracle because it would do a lot of good and we would all benefit, but it's also very unlikely that it will happen like that. Now, we can also use miracle in a more abstract way to mean do lots of good for. So the article does this as well. When it's saying that the plant hadia will do miracles for your memory, it's saying that the plant will make your memory really, really good. So we have an example sentence for a miracle now, and it is, we got to the airport 20 minutes before our plane left, so it was a miracle that we made it on board.
Yay.
That is not a lot of time.
Right. Miracle 就是奇迹。Okay, for example, Jesus Christ was said to have performed miracles like turning water into wine. 据说这个耶稣基督展示了奇迹，也就是 miracle， 例如把水变成葡萄酒。另外 miracle 还可以表示哇，这是令人赞叹的事哦。比方像是Look at the state of his car. It's a miracle that he wasn't killed. 就是可能有人的车子整个被撞毁，然后就觉得哇，这个车子的状况已经这么糟了，这个人没有死掉，真是个奇迹呀。Okay, so are you ready for the next news? I think you'll like this one. Okay, let's read the headline. 蔡英文 asks Donald Trump to let Taiwan be a U.S. state. Okay, so let's read to find out more about this news. Okay, the president of Taiwan says the best protection from China is to join the U.S. as the 51st state.
Really?
President Trump is taking the idea seriously.
Oh, so Tsai Ing-wen apparently is doing this for Taiwan's protection.
Yeah.
And protection is a noun, and when we talk about protection, we are talking about something that stops bad things from happening or its ability to do so. This piece of fake news is saying that the president said that the best way for Taiwan to stay safe from China is to join the US. However, protection can be used in lots of different ways. If you think about a medieval knight, the armor and the shield that he wears are there for his protection. They stop him from getting hurt. Now we have another example sentence for protection, and it is, a typhoon is coming soon, so the government has chosen to close this beach for everyone's protection.
I hate typhoons. Oh,
me too.
I'm okay if nobody gets hurt and we get a free day off.
Right, that's right.
Okay. Protection 是什么呢？就是保护或者是保卫，它是一个名词。For example, always wear goggles as a protection for your eyes when using these machines. Very important. 使用这些机器时要随时戴好这个要保护眼睛的护目镜，以保护眼睛。那刚刚我们有提到 Donald Trump is taking this seriously. Take somebody or take something seriously 就是认真看待。We'll discuss more about if this may be true or not later.
Well, we know it's false. We know it's false. Tsai Ing-wen does not want to join the US.
看起来应该是假的啦，
Yeah.
这个应该不用讨论了啦。
Yeah.
Okay, what about the next one?
Next one is actually kind of an interesting one.
Right.
Jeremy Lin quits basketball to teach high school. So get this. The sports star says he's tired of changing basketball teams. He has been secretly studying for a teaching license and just got it. He says, teaching has always been my real passion. I'm happy I reached my goal.
真的假的啦？我真的其实我认识 Jeremy Lin， 硬要这样说，
Really?
我看过他在一个
Well, ask him then.
活动。
Okay, that's a way of checking if it's real.
Okay, 就直接问本人是不是 ？Okay, 首先我们刚刚看到 be tired of doing something 就是对什么什么感到厌倦 ，Okay, or for example, I can never get tired or get sick of eating 蛋饼 every day, or I can never get tired working with Sebastian.
Don't say that. You're gonna leave soon.
I know, 我真的快走了。大家相信是真的吗？Anyways， 我们刚刚还有提到 license 就是执照，它是一个名词，而刚刚文章提到的 teaching license 就是教师执照。你们相信吗 ？Jeremy Lin 林书豪。有可能要去当老师吗？
We'll find out in a second. So today we don't have a For You chat, but we do have 3 pieces of very fake news.
Right.
But what you're gonna be doing in the day 3 of your article, in your activity, is you're gonna be working out whether these are, why you think these are fake. Like what kind of skills you can use to find out about whether they're true or false.
Right.
So now we're gonna do one of them for you, and then you guys can finish it on your own.
That's
so
right.
let's go to our For You chat section.
For You chat.
So, are you ready to debunk some fake news,
Yay.
Laura?
I am so ready. Well, I'm not gonna choose the Jeremy Lin one because I could totally just ask his agent or something. No, just kidding. And I kind of think that's fake anyway.
Yeah, right.
And you did mention Tsai Ing-wen.
That news story is... that wouldn't happen.
Right?
Let's do the first one. Yeah, the first one.
The
okay,
Hadia
great.
one.
So, your instructions for this activity are
Right?
to write down the reasons why you think these stories are not real.
Good.
Discuss them with your family, friends, or classmates.
Or, in our case, our partner.
Each other.
Best friends forever. Okay.
So, this Hadia thing.
I don't really think it's true.
Right.
Because, I mean, seriously, it says 80% of college students who eat the seeds of this plant get 100% on their test.
Right. Haven't you heard this so many times or seen this so many times when you're on websites, on the internet? When you see, like, this woman lost 8 pounds
like
in
an
3 days. You know, it sounds like they're trying to sell you something.
I know.
Like maybe they'll take you to when you click on this link, it might take you to a website that sells this Hadia plant. And then they're like, give us your credit card details and we'll send you this magical plant. And then all of a sudden, all of your money is just disappearing out of your account.
I know. So this is for sure. I think it's for a commercial purpose.
We could call it a scam. It's a scam.
Okay,
probably.
that's even worse.
Right.
Scam.
Scam is when you trick someone to get your money.
Yeah. You could be paying a lot of money for nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's really bad. Okay.
Right.
And we've seen a lot of examples like these, not just these Hadia plants, like what you were saying, losing
Lose weight,
yeah.
fix your teeth, get younger, never age. There is one thing you can do, which is really good, is just think, if this is such an amazing thing, if they find a way to never forget anything, why aren't all the big news networks talking about it? Right? Wouldn't like BBC, CNN, like wouldn't they all be talking about this amazing thing?
So we could,
I think they would.
Like what we were reading before the tips, we could always find if there are like related news. You know, if not, chances are this is fake news.
Right. Okay, so we've just done the hard work for one of those, but you still have 2 more articles that you can talk about. So why don't you guys have a little chat now?
That's right.
Talk about why you think these are fake, which ones of the skills we've discussed in today's episodes you can use to work out if they're fake, and what if the story is real as well.
Yeah.
So you guys go ahead now and start work on the activity, and we will join you again soon for more English for You.
Laura, this could be my last filming.
I'm
gonna miss you guys. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Spotting lies and fake news on the internet. Consider the source. Click away from the story to investigate the site, its mission, and its contact information. Read beyond. Headlines can be exaggerated in an effort to get clicks. What's the whole story? Check the author. Do a quick search on the author. Are they reliable? Are they real? Supporting sources? Click on those links. Determine if the information given actually supports the story. Check the date. Reposting old news stories doesn't mean they're relevant to current events. Is it a joke? If it is too exaggerated, it might be satire. Check the site and author to be sure. Check your biases. Consider if your own beliefs could affect your judgment. Ask the experts. Ask a librarian or check a fact-checking site. Now, let's take a look at some news headlines. Rare African plant improves memory. A strange plant called Hadia can do miracles for memory. 80% of college students who eat the seeds of this plant get 100% on their tests. Tsai Ing-wen asks Donald Trump to let Taiwan be a U.S. state. The president of Taiwan says the best protection from China is to join the U.S. as the 51st state. President Trump is taking the idea seriously. Jeremy Lin quits basketball to teach high school. The sports star says he's tired of changing basketball teams. He has been secretly studying for a teaching license and just got it. He says, "Teaching has always been my real passion. I'm happy I reached my goal."
Vocabulary Review. Consider. Ethan carefully considered which colleges he would apply to study at. Click. Quentin clicked on the link to read the news story, but it turned out to be an ad. Headline. The headline for the morning newspaper is about yesterday's election. Current. Haley's current boyfriend is a lawyer. He's different from the last few boyfriends she's had. Miracle. Isaac hadn't studied for the test at all, so it was a miracle that he passed it. Protection. Melissa's father believes that the best protection from getting sick is regular exercise.
智慧小补帖。
Exaggerated, relevant, satire, license.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net